Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a place so cold that exposed skin can freeze in minutes. A place where powerful winds race across endless ice and where humans are only temporary visitors. Welcome to Antarctica, the most extreme continent on Earth, covering an area larger than Europe and holding nearly 70% of the world's fresh water located beneath miles of ice. Antarctica is unlike any other place on our planet. No permanent cities exist here. Temperature can plunge below minus 80 degrees Celsius and for months at a time. Parts of the continent remain in complete darkness, but what truly makes Antarctica so extreme is not just the freezing cold. Hidden beneath its vast ice sheets are incredible secrets, strange natural phenomena, and some of harshest conditions ever faced by living creatures. Scientists from around the world travel thousands of miles to study this frozen wilderness, rising isolation, and brutal weather in the pursuit of discovery. In this video, we will explore why Antarctica is considered the most extreme place on Earth, uncover its astonishing secrets, and discover how life manages to survive in one of the harshest environments known to humanity. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating journeys and discoveries from around the world. Imagine standing on the deck of an icebreaker ship after days of crossing some of the roughest seas on Earth. The freezing wind cuts through every layer of clothing and all around you stretches an endless world of white. This is exactly what many explorers experience when they first approach Antarctica. For centuries, this mysterious continent remained hidden from the rest of the world, protected by powerful storms and vast oceans. Early sailors spoke of frozen land at the bottom of the earth, but few believed such a place could truly exist. Then in the 19th century, explorers finally caught sight of enormous walls of ice rising from the sea. What they discovered was unlike anything humanity had ever seen. There were no cities, no roads, and no signs of civilization. Instead, there were only silence, ice, and a landscape so extreme that part of our own world. Every step into Antarctica felt like a step into the unknown, and the deeper explorer traveled, the more dangerous the journey became. As those early expeditions moved further inland, the true power of Antarctica began to reveal itself. Temperatures dropped far below freezing, and violent winds swept across the ice with incredible force. Supplies froze solid, equipment failed, and even simple tasks became life-threatening challenges. Some explorers spent months trapped in the frozen wilderness, surrounded by darkness and isolation. Yet, despite the dangers, they continued forward because Antarctica held secrets no one had ever uncovered. Beneath the endless ice lay mountains, valleys, and entire landscapes hidden from the human eyes. Every discovery raised new questions. How could any living thing survive here? What was hidden beneath miles of ancient ice? And why did the frozen continent have such a powerful effect on everyone who visited it? Antarctica was no longer just a remote place on a map. It had become one of the greatest mysteries on Earth. But perhaps the most shocking realization came when scientists began studying the continent more closely. They discovered that Antarctica was not only the coldest place on Earth, but also one of the driest and windiest. Some areas receive less precipitation than major deserts, while temperatures can fall to levels almost impossible to imagine. The environment is so harsh that a small mistake can quickly become a serious emergency. Yet somehow life still exists here. Penguins gather among ice shores, seals rest on frozen coastlines, and microscopic organisms survive in conditions that seem impossible. This incredible contrast between an extreme danger and surprising life is what makes Antarctica so fascinating. And now we will discover the frozen continent holds record and natural phenomena so extraordinary that they continue to amaze scientists even today. As scientists continued exploring Antarctica, they soon realized that this frozen continent was not just extreme. It was a place of world records. In 1983, at a remote sweet research station called Vostok, the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was measured an astonishing minus 89.2 degrees Celsius. To put that into perspective, that's good enough to freeze exposed skin in moments and turn ordinary materials brittle. But the cold is only part of the story. Antarctica is covered by an ice sheet that in some places is more than 4 kilometers thick. Beneath this massive blanket of ice lie hidden mountain ranges and sandy lakes and landscapes that have remained untouched for millions of years. Imagine standing above an entire world that exists beneath your feet, yet remains completely invisible. Scientists often compare Antarctica to another planet because so much of it remains unexplored. Every expedition uncovers new mysteries, proving that even the modern age, there are still places on Earth that humanity barely understands. One of the most fascinating discoveries came when researchers found evidence of life surviving in conditions once thought impossible. Deep beneath the ice in isolated lakes cut off from the outside world for countless years, microscopic organisms were discovered thriving in complete darkness. These tiny life forms survive without sunlight and under immense pressure, challenging everything scientists once believed about the limits of life. Their discovery has even influenced the research for extraterrestrial life. If organisms can survive beneath Antarctica's ice, could similar life exist beneath the frozen surface of distant moons and planets? Suddenly, Antarctica became more than a remote continent. It became a natural laboratory, helping us understand the universe itself. Every new finding from the frozen wilderness raises questions that extend far beyond Earth, making Antarctica one of the most scientifically important places on the planet. Yet despite all the discoveries, Antarctica remains incredibly dangerous. Blizzard can appear without warning, reducing visibility to almost zero. Wind can reach terrifying speeds, turning loose snow into walls of white that make navigation nearly impossible. Even experienced researchers must follow strict safety procedures every day. A simple equipment failure or wrong decision can quickly become life-threatening. And perhaps that's what makes Antarctica so remarkable. It is a land where beauty and danger exist side by side, where breathtaking ice landscapes hide some of harshest conditions known to humanity. But the story does not end here, and now we will discover how Antarctica influences the entire planet and why what happens on this frozen continent can affect the lives of billions of people around the world. After months of research and countless discoveries, the scientists who worked in Antarctica began to understand something extraordinary. This frozen continent was not isolated from the rest of the world as many people once believed. In fact, Antarctica plays a crucial role in Earth's climate system. The vast ice sheet acts like a giant mirror, reflecting sunlight back into space and helping regulate global temperatures. The powerful ocean currents surrounding the continent influence weather patterns across the planet, affecting regions thousands of miles away. As researchers collected more data, they realized that changes occurring in Antarctica could have consequences for billions of people. Melting glaciers, shifting ice shelves, and changing ocean temperatures were not just local events. They were signals that could impact coastlines, ecosystems, and weather systems around the globe. Standing in the middle of this frozen wilderness, many scientists felt a deep sense of responsibility. They understood that Antarctica was more than an extreme destination for explorers. It was one of the Earth's most important natural systems. The continent had become a reminder that even the most remote places are connected to our everyday lives in a way we rarely notice. As another Antarctic season came to an end, the researchers prepared to leave the continent behind. Their equipment would be packed away, their station would grow quiet, and the endless white horizon would once again dominate the landscape. Yet the memories of Antarctica would stay with them forever. They had witnessed some of the harshest conditions on Earth, explored one of the last great wilderness, and uncovered secrets beneath ancient ice. More importantly, they had learned a powerful lesson about our planet. Antarctica is not extreme simply because it is cold, remote, or dangerous. It is extreme because it challenges everything we think we know about survival, exploration, and the limits of nature itself. Every glacier, every storm, and every frozen landscape tells a story millions of years in the making. And as the last aircraft lifted off from the ice and disappeared into the distance, one question still remained. If Antarctica has already revealed so many incredible secrets, what mysteries are still waiting beneath its vast frozen surface? That question will bring our journey to its final chapter in the next and conducting part of this story. As our journey across Antarctica comes to an end, one thing becomes clear. This is far more than just the coldest place on Earth. It is a continent of extremes, what nature operates on a scale almost impossible to imagine. From record-breaking temperatures and endless ice sheets to hidden lakes, powerful storms, and discoveries that help scientists understand both our planet and universe beyond. Antarctica continues to challenge human knowledge and inspire exploration. For the explorers who first reached its shores, it was a mystery waiting to be solved. For modern scientists, it remains one of the most important places on Earth, and for the rest of us, it serves as a powerful reminder of how vast, beautiful, and unpredictable our world truly is. Even today, beneath miles of ancient ice, countless secrets may still be waiting to be discovered. Antarctica stands as one of the last great frontiers on our planet, a frozen wilderness that continues to amaze everyone who dive to explore it. And perhaps that is what makes Antarctica the most extreme place on Earth. No matter how much we learn about it, it never stops surprising us. If you enjoyed this journey to the most extreme place on Earth, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories, incredible destinations, and amazing discoveries from around the world. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next adventure.